Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be doing like a comparison kind of video. So it's basically if you like this book, then you might like this book. And I'm excited. So you know what? Let's cut down the chat and let's just get into the video. So the first one that I want to talk about is a series that's really popular, and that's The Fifth Wave. It's basically about these kids who the adults start like dying and they have to, everyone starts dying and they have to like figure out a way to get through and all that. And it's kind of one of those dystopians and those things that are kind of frightening, let's not lie. But yeah, and a book that I read recently that I thought is really similar is Dry by Neil Schusterman. I love this book. Like, it's basically the same thing, but they run out of water. And obviously water we use so much in our lives for drinking, cooking, cleaning. So the world starts to crumble, and if you have water, you become a target basically, but also you can sell that and you can become rich, which honestly is kind of not even a necessity at that point, but people are doing it. And it's such a good book. I was so scared to read it because I didn't know if I was gonna like it, but I read it. I'm glad I did, and if you like the Fifth Wave series, I think you'll definitely like that book. And the next one is Friend Request, which was actually really popular maybe like a few years ago as a book. It's a mystery, like mystery thriller kind of thing. It's basically about this girl who gets sent a message by a person that she thought went missing when they were kids and presumed dead, and she gets a message and she's petrified. As you can imagine, getting a message from a dead person wouldn't really be your cup of tea and wouldn't excite you that much. You'd be kind of terrified. And it's basically her trying to figure out, is this messages really from her, who's sending them, and why. And the book that I would compare this to, that I think you should read if you definitely like Friend Request, was Then She Was Gone. This is a murder mystery again, but it's kind of in a different kind of like limelight, I guess. It's basically about this woman who loses her child is murdered, and it's like 10 years later, and obviously the scars are never going to disappear, but she starts to learn some secrets about what could have happened and why. And honestly, they're very like the same pace, I would say. They're not fast, but they're not super slow either. They're kind of like fast, slow, like, you know, that kind of pace that I think is kind of good in thrillers. Like, you're going fast but then you're slowing down again. Definitely very similar in that sense. And the next one is A Very Large Expanse of Sea by Tahereh Mafi. Personally, this book just wasn't for me, but I did enjoy aspects of it, and it's a very diverse book, and I know a lot of people did enjoy it. So if you enjoyed that book, I think you'd really enjoy Love from A to Z. I loved this book. But I think if you did like A Very Large Expanse of Sea, this would definitely be your cup of tea. It's about two Muslim teenagers who meet are like, oh, you look kind of nice. And I think the book is so good at diversity, just like A Very Large Expanse of Sea was. And they're both very like paced very similarly and kind of discuss similar topics. Just honestly, if you like it, I think you'll like the other one. The next one is The Sun Is Also a Star. This book blew up when it came out. Like, people loved it and I loved it as well. Still haven't watched the film, need to get on that. But I think if you like this book, you will definitely like the other one I'm going to recommend. Basically, if you haven't heard, The Sun Is Also a Star, it's basically about these two teenagers who meet and they spend the day together. They only have the day to spend together, and they basically fall in love, obviously. And it's dealing with something so like trivial that people see as trivial, but it has layers as well, and it's very good. And another book that I would definitely think is very similar is Holding Up the Universe. This book is so much, in my opinion, or personally I haven't heard anyone talk about it, it's so much less talked about, but it's so good and so very similar in the story and the like, it's set in different locations with different characters, but you know when you just read a book and it reminds you of the book, That's kind of what I got from these, and I definitely think if you like the Essential Source style, you'll like Holding Up the Universe. The next one and final one is On the Come Up by Angie Thomas. This book I didn't love as much as Angie Thomas's other book, The Hate You Give. I did enjoy it. It's about this girl who wants, her dream is to become a rapper like her father was, and now she really has no choice because her mum is no longer making any money. They literally have no money in the household, and she wants to be able to support her family and provide, so she has to become a famous rapper, and she's willing to do a lot of things to become that. And Piecing Me Together is the book that I compare this to, because I think they're very similar in the issues they deal with, and they're both about children, so as teenagers, trying to help, you know, and become and show that they're important just like an adult is. And wow, that's all I have to say about these great 2 books that really just changed my way of thought. And I think you should just pick up Piecing Me Together, because I haven't heard anyone talk about it and it needs more appreciation. So yeah, those are my 5 recommendations. Honestly, pick them up because they are amazing. And if you like this video, remember to give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what books you compare and make you think of other books. And remember to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!